Healing doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it feels confusing. Sometimes it feels slow. And sometimes it doesn't feel like healing at all. Most people expect healing to feel like peace, clarity, or happiness. But the truth is much different. Healing often feels messy, uncomfortable, and uncertain, especially when you've been carrying emotional wounds for a long time. But here's something most people don't realize. You can be healing without even noticing it. Your mind heals in quiet ways, subtle ways, ways that don't look dramatic or inspiring. But these signs are powerful, and if you recognize them, you'll understand that you're further along than you think. So today we're going to look at 10 signs you're healing mentally, even if you don't feel healed at all. And by the end, you'll see your journey in a completely new way. Sign number 1. You're not reacting the same way you used to. One of the first signs of mental healing is not reacting as quickly or as intensely as before. Maybe the same situations still bother you, but they don't break you. You pause now. You think before reacting. You try to understand before exploding. You notice your emotions instead of drowning in them. This doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you're growing. Healing isn't the absence of emotion. Healing is the ability to manage emotion. If your reactions have become calmer, slower, or more thoughtful, that's a massive sign your mind is healing itself. Sign number 2. You're becoming aware of your patterns. Healing begins with awareness. You're noticing your triggers, your unhealthy habits, the people who drain you, the situations that bring anxiety, the thoughts that make you spiral. Awareness is not comfortable. It forces you to face truths you avoided for years. But awareness is progress. Before, everything felt automatic. Now you see what's happening inside you, and you can't change what you don't understand. So if you've started paying attention to your mental patterns, that's healing. Sign number 3. You're setting boundaries, even small ones. Maybe you started saying no a little more often. Maybe you stopped letting certain people walk all over you. Maybe you've begun protecting your time and energy. Boundaries don't appear suddenly. They start with small, uncomfortable steps. And over time, those small steps become a new way of living. When you set boundaries, you're telling your mind, I matter too. Healing is not just removing toxic people. It's learning to stop being toxic to yourself. Sign number 4. You don't chase people like you used to. At one point, you used to chase love, approval, validation, attention, anything that made you feel worthy. But healing brings a powerful shift. You stop begging for closeness. You stop forcing connections. You stop trying to change yourself just to be accepted. You realize that your worth doesn't come from being chosen. It comes from choosing yourself. If you're walking away from people who constantly drain, disrespect, or disappoint you, that's not being cold. That's healing. Sign number 5. You're feeling more lonely, but more selective. This is one of the most misunderstood signs of healing. People think loneliness means something is wrong, but often loneliness means you are outgrowing your old environment. You're not comfortable with the same people anymore. You're not entertained by the same drama. You're not attracted to the same chaos. Your standards are rising. Your awareness is rising. Your energy is rising. Healing sometimes feels lonely because you are no longer aligned with your old life. But that loneliness, it's the space where your new life will grow. Sign number 6. You're letting yourself feel instead of running away in the past. You may have avoided your emotions. You distracted yourself with work, with people, with entertainment, or by pretending everything was fine. Now you allow your emotions to show up. You cry when you need to. You rest when your mind feels heavy. You sit with your thoughts instead of running from them. This is emotional courage. This is healing. Feeling is not weakness. Feeling is processing. Your mind is finally dealing with what it once suppressed. Sign number 7. You're becoming more honest with yourself. Healing requires honesty. Real, uncomfortable honesty. You're starting to admit things like, I'm not okay. I need help. I deserve better. This situation is hurting me. I can't continue living like this. These truths may hurt, but they are necessary. Honesty creates clarity, and clarity creates change. When you finally stop lying to yourself, your mind begins to rebuild from truth, not illusion. That is healing. Sign number 8. You're making choices based on what's good for you. You've started choosing healthier habits, better sleep, more rest, more mindfulness, better relationships, less drama, less noise, more peace. You're choosing yourself, even when it's hard, even when it's unfamiliar, even when you're scared. Healing isn't always exciting. Most of the time it looks like boring discipline, but that discipline becomes freedom. Every small choice toward your well-being is a sign of healing. Sign number 9. You're no longer afraid of outgrowing people or places. Before, you held on to everyone and everything. You stayed in situations that were hurting you because you feared change more than pain. But now, you're letting go more easily. You're not fighting to keep what doesn't fit anymore. You're not forcing relationships that feel heavy. You're not staying where you feel small. You're beginning to understand something powerful. Not everything you lose is a loss. If you're releasing old versions of yourself, old environments, old attachments, you're healing. Sign number 10. You're becoming more patient with yourself. Healing isn't about getting over things quickly. It's about learning to be gentle with yourself. You're starting to accept that growth takes time. You're giving yourself room to rest. You're allowing yourself to make mistakes. You're speaking to yourself with a kinder voice. You're not demanding perfection from yourself anymore. You're allowing progress, slow, steady, real progress. That patience is healing. That softness is healing. That self-kindness is healing. You may not see it every day, but you are becoming someone new, someone stronger, wiser, calmer, and more aware. You're healing, even if you don't see it. Yet healing doesn't look like joy at first. It looks like confusion. It looks like discomfort. It looks like pulling away from old habits. It looks like walking away from old versions of yourself. But healing is happening quietly inside you, in your thoughts, in your awareness, in your decisions, in your reactions, in your boundaries, in your courage to keep going. If you saw yourself in even one of these signs, you're healing more than you think. You're becoming the person you were always meant to be. If this video helped you, support Mindframe by hitting like and subscribing for more mindset, psychology, and mental healing content. And tell us in the comments, which sign of healing did you recognize in yourself today?